Real simple. Once you do that, you get in the truck. All right. Now you got to check your lights. Remember on the outside, we checked them just to make sure they wasn't faded in the color. Now we got to check the operation of it. All right. So in the Volvos, you cut the switch on, and then you got to just cut your key on. Just cut it on the on position, and it cuts on every light on this truck, pretty much. All right. So once you do that, start with the obvious, your headlights. I'm gonna check my low beam, pull your switch, high beam, and indicator on the dash. Left turn signal, indicator on the dash. Tell them where they at now. They're on the front side, rear of the tractor, side, rear of the trailer. That's where they at. All right. Right turn signal, just like I checked my left turn signal. Four ways, just like I checked my turn signals. They're in the same places. Now, go to the top. The two on the outside are what?
Clearance lights.
Clearance lights. Tell them everywhere they can be. They're on the front of the truck.
And the back of the trailer.
Nope. Front, side,
and the back.
And the rear of the trailer. Front, side, rear of the trailer, and the front of the tractor. ID lights is the three in the middle.
Yes.
The front of the tractor,
the rear of
the trailer. Move down. You got what on the side? Marker lights. Everything on the side. Side of the tractor, side of the trailer. On the back, what we got? Brake lights. When you do your brake lights, make sure you step on your brakes. The only way they light up. Brake lights are rear of the tractor, rear of the trailer. What's the last light you got to check?
Turn signal.
We haven't checked down. BTT. Tail. Rear of the tractor, rear of the trailer. It's all the lights. All right? At that point, he's going to come around, he's going to get in the truck. Once he get in the truck, check your seatbelt. It's operational and it's not cracked. Lock it in. Whatever you want to do, it works. All right? Cut your key back on, and you're going to tell them I'm going to check my ABS light. It came on, it went off. I just checked it. All right? From there, this is when you're going to do your safe start. All right? The key is going to already be on. All you got to do, push in the clutch, make sure it's in neutral, make sure your brakes are set, and then start the truck. Once the truck is running, ease off the clutch. It's in neutral. Now you're going to check 12 things that's in here. That's it. 1, oil pressure. I'm going to just make sure it's rising. Water temperature. Make sure it's rising. Voltmeter. Make sure it's charging. Air pressure. Make sure it's rising, but you need to know what it's rising to. Between 100 and 125. Or cutoff. Then me, I come down and I'm going to adjust my seat. I'm going to go up. I'm going to adjust my mirror. I'm going to come down. I'm going to blow my city horn and I'm going to blow my air horn. Then I'm going to go out and I'm going to check my windshield. I'm going to make sure it's not cracked, it's not leaking, and I have no unauthorized stickers. I'm going to check my windshield wiper assembly. It's not damaged, it's not loose, and it's touching the windshield. And it also works, and the washer fluid spray. From there, I'm going to check my defroster, and I'm going to check my heater. And then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to check my high-low selector range. That's the 12 things you got to check. Nothing more, nothing less. With me, Lotion?
Sure.
All right. From there, you got to do a brake test. You got to do tractor brake, trailer brake, service brakes. Tractor brake, all you do, your truck is already running, push down your clutch, put it in low gear, reach up, push in the red valve only. Ease off the clutch. You feel a slight tug, push it back down. Pull out the red valve, push in the yellow valve. Ease off the clutch again. You feel a slight tug, push it back down. Push in the red valve again. Now both of them going to be in. Ease off the clutch. Pull forward 5 feet. Push the clutch down. Step on the brakes. All you got to do is tell the truck stop. Pull to the left, to the right. I didn't hear no unusual noises. That's the service brake. From that point, you'll cut the truck off. Before your hand leaves this key, cut it back on. Don't start it. Just cut it back on until everything light up. Now you're gonna do the lamp, blinks, alarms, buttons. Before you do it, think about it. What's the L for? Leaks. Can I test for leaks if the truck running?
No.
So that tells me the truck got to be off. All right. What's the A for?
Alarm.
Alarms. If I'm at home and I go to sleep at night and I forget to plug my alarm clock off, plug my alarm clock up, and I set it, is it gonna go off?
Nope.
So that means I gotta what? I gotta have juice to it.
That's right.
So if I'm testing for alarms in the truck, that means I gotta have
Key on.
I gotta have the key on. I gotta have juice to it. So think about it before you do it. There's no time limit, especially this step. Think about it before you do it. And what's the B for? What they gotta do? So if they gotta pop out, that means they gotta be pushed in. So before you even do it, think about it like that. And even if you reach up there then and make sure both of them in, that's not gonna hurt you. That's gonna help you. Now I'll sit back and say, okay, I'm gonna test for leaks. I'm gonna apply pressure to the brakes, push them down. Air pressure should drop no more than how much? In, after,
1 minute.
no. No more than 4 psi in 60 seconds after the initial drop. You got that? No more than 4 psi in 60 seconds initial drop. There you go. And all he's going to do is say, minutes up. Take your foot off. Now, think about it before you do it. What's the second step? What's the A for?
Alarm.
What do you need the alarms to do?
Come on.
When do they supposed to come on?
When the pressure drops to 60 psi.
So, if my air pressure is built all the way up, how am I going to get it down to 60?
Pump the brakes.
I'm going to pump my brakes. Think about it back. It's at 60. They come on. I'm going to stop. Now, I'm going to think about it. Man, what I got to do now? Oh, my buttons. What they got to do?
They got to pop out.
When do they have to pop out?
At 20 to 40 psi.
How am I going to get it to 20 to 40?
Pump them down.
I'm going to pump my brakes again. Once I start pumping my brakes, what am I going to look at?
You're going to look to see that they pop out.
Nope. I'm going to look at these two buttons. I'm not going to look at nothing else. Because one button can pop out before the other. If one button pop out, what am I going to do? I'm going to keep pumping until the other one pop out. Now, once both of them pop out, what am I going to do? Am I going to reach up here and pull them?
Nope.
I'm not going to do nothing. All I'm going to do is cut the truck off, and I'm going to tell them that concludes my pre-trip. And I'm done. And that's the whole pre-trip right there. Make sense? So, the 12 things in here, by the numbers. 1 is
Oil pressure.
oil pressure. 2 is,
Alternator.
3 is voltmeter. So oil, temperature, volts. 4 is
Air pressure.
air pressure. And it should rise to what?
100 to 125
There
psi.
you go. What's the only thing I can do to this seat?
Adjust it.
What's the only thing I can do to the mirrors?
Adjust it.
What's the only thing I can do to this horn?
Blow it.
What's the only thing I can do to the other one?
Blow it.
What's this windshield? I don't want it to be what?
Cracked.
Or
Leaking.
leaking. And I don't want what on it?
Illegal stickers.
Windshield wipers. Assembly. I don't want them to be. And I want them to.
Work.
And I want the washer fluid to.
Work.
I want this defroster to.
Work.
I want this heater to. I want this selector range to.
Work.
Common sense. So 1 is
Oil.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
Shift. Low range
Yeah,
shifter.
that's it. And if you think about it, all I did was from left to right. I came down, I went up, I came down, down, out, down, 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 back. Follow it around. And if you really think about it, like I said, the only thing the water temperature could do is what?
Rises.
The only thing the oil pressure could do is.
Rise.
The only thing the voltmeter do is.
Charge.
The only thing the air pressure could do.
Rise.
To what?
125.
The only thing I could do to this seat. Only
Justin.
thing I can do to them mirrors.
Justin.
Only thing I can do to this horn.
Blow it.
Only thing I can do to this horn.
Blow it.
Windshield, I want it to be.
Cracked. Not cracked.
And I don't want it.
Secured.
And I don't want windshield wiper assembly. I don't want it to be.
Loose or damaged.
And I want it to be.
Working.
There you go. I want my defroster to.
Work.
I want my heat to.
Work.
I want my selector range to.
Work.
That's it. LAB, leaks. Air pressure should drop how much? No more than
4 PSI initial. 1 minute after initial application.
there you go. 4 PSI, 60 seconds after the initial drop. What's the A for?
Alarm.
What the alarms got to do?
Come on.
When do they come on?
60 PSI.
60 PSI. How am I get it there?
Pump the brakes.
I pump the brakes. Stay on. My last step is the B. What's the B? They got to do what? When they got to pop out?
At 20 to 40 PSI.
How am I get it there?
Pump the brakes down.
Pump the brakes. That's simple. Think about it backwards. It makes more sense. Because if you know what you're checking, I'm checking for my alarms. Oh shit. When do my alarms come on? 60. Okay, if I got 120 PSI, how am I getting it to 60? I'm gonna pump my brakes. Oh, it came on. Dang, what I gotta do now? Oh yeah, the buttons. Damn. Oh, they gotta pop out. When? 20 to 40. How am I get it there? Pump the brakes. Think about it backwards. It make more sense. Y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
Makes sense?
Yep.
You feel better, don't you?
Makes perfect sense.
And that's all you gotta do. That's your whole pre-trip right there. This is the simple one.
Thank you for the abbreviated version.
Now, just like I said, that's what you gotta do.
Hold on.
More than that left.
Before you step down, you remember the 60s where they had Superman standing on the building and he's like this?
Yeah.
And the cape is flying.
Yeah.
You think you could do that for us? Look up?
I don't have a cape though.
Okay, well, you can just put your hands on it.
I can look
There you
up,
go.
though.
There you go.